So here's one for you. Moving in divine timing means that there are pieces to the puzzle that you don't see yet, you don't know about, you're not supposed to know about, because you are a operator in something bigger than just what's in your sphere of awareness. So if I'm laying down like a railroad track or something like that, and I don't know anything about anything, but I'm just using this as a simple metaphor. You know, one piece has to come before another, before it comes for another. If you're so quick to kind of move in fast pace, quick da 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 da, you get to your position first, not knowing that there is a prerequisite, a piece prior that needs to be laid down before you could go ahead and operate and facilitate whatever it is that you're supposed to facilitate. You know what I'm saying? But it's in that moment that you are able to send positive ripple effects. But it's going to require you becoming aware of, you know, the larger pieces or factors at play. Now, this sounds all kind of like, you know, nothing new under the sun, but I'm speaking in terms of when you are consciously moving with your heart space open, with your heart space turned on, so to speak. You know, when you have that light turned on, you know, within yourself. If you know what I mean, then you know. If you want further, you know, inquiries as to what I'm talking about, you can feel free to. But one thing else that I notice is, like, for instance, I'll give you an example. I just did a delivery, right? I do like food deliveries on the side of my scooter. It's fun, cool, whatever. I'm moving at my pace. You know what I'm saying? The guy that I'm dropping off, you know, his order to, he can't find me, but there's a couple on the side. I was just gonna leave his order on a door handle on a back gate of a parking lot, so he could just get it whatever. I'm gonna, you know, 21 skidoo. But my presence, bringing him down there to open up the back gate, helped a couple who was coming in, you know, from their night out. You know, they were walking through the parking lot. And that's divine timing. That's when our transaction opens up this back gate, he sees them and holds the door for them. That's what I mean by divine timing. Whereas in my little world, I'm just trying to like leave his goods there, peace out, complete the delivery. But that's in your little world, the subjective individual's little world. So what I'm saying is that there's a rhyme and a reason for the different hesitations, for the different, you know, pump fakes, for the different delays, you know. And again, it's nothing new under the sun, but when I'm consciously being mindful to still be on in that moment when I could rather be annoyed or irritated, then that's helping send a positive light, a positive ripple in that moment. And that has a chain reaction effect. Now, something else that I want to say really quick is that when you're on your journey and you are experimenting with, you know, putting your focus and your attention on the different kind of nodal points, energy centers, chakras of your body, you might feel or notice that certain centers are like not balanced. I would take it as a sign of your kind of energetic body vehicle suggesting where to kind of compound. You know, I think that the chakras have a synergistic effect. So I noticed that when I was, and believe me, I know this sounds woo-woo off my rocker, but you know, if you're getting what I'm laying down, you know, stay with me. I noticed that when I'm putting my mindset, my focus on opening my heart space or having it, you know, on or activated or open or whatever, that at times, because it's a high energy, and this comes to the point where, you know, the lower energy centers are much as needed as the higher energy centers. We can't demonize the lower energy centers. For instance, the root chakra is that which is going to help you feel grounded and rooted and secure in the physical, you know, present. You know, so I like to. So what kind of just synergistically, almost kind of by happenstance ended up happening is I'm having my attention on my heart space, but I'm also having it now on my root chakra, because I'm noticing that there's a little bit like the energy needs to be grounded, right? Because this is a higher energy channel. So what I started to do with my awareness or my attention is also focus on the red root chakra, the first chakra. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I think it's Vam. Yeah, I think it goes Vam Lam Ram, or it could be Lam Lam Vam Ram. But in the chants, you call it the names of the chakra. But that's neither here nor there. But you could still focus on that energy center, which is basically like under your tailbone, essentially by your, I don't know, it's called like perineum or something, but under your pelvic, muscles and bones. But so yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I think what I'm stumbling across just in my kind of practice, my meditative energetic practices, is that like we can do amazing things even in the realm of self-healing, depending on where we put our energy and our attention and our focus. We could self-correct, we could self-balance. And I think that what happens is if you're opening and holding on such a strong signal, it's like you're turning a flashlight in a dark room. You're going to get eyes on you. So you need something to offset that income of energy, and you need to ground that energy because you're taking others' attention. And again, this is probably a journey that's had hundreds of thousands of lives go through it. I'm not the first person to kind of speak in this way, but I just think it's interesting to talk about because I feel like people don't talk about this kind of woo-woo stuff in this way. Some do, some don't. Not that I, could come across as far as the subtlety and the nuance. But yeah, I just wanted to share the fact that worked for me, balancing out, in public when this is launched, this like, no more beta testing, I don't want to say like this way of being, but something to kind of, adjust about it energetically. It's interesting that, in my journeys and my travels, one note that kept in mind was the fact that like noticing that I also need to kind of ground that heart energy with some focus and attention on the root chakra. You could do 2 at once too, and you could probably even do all 7 chakras. I know it sounds really woo-woo and out there, and I'm self-aware and conscientious of it, but I don't know. I just think it's very interesting. I just want to share that with you guys. Didn't do any tarot, but comment, like, follow, help me get to 1K on TikTok. Also, feel free to reach out for one-on-one tarot reading. Love you guys. Peace.